You're listening to Muldrow Bulldogs basketball, presented by Divine Lines Body Art Studio and Academy in Fort Smith, and brought to you by todayinfortsmith.com.
And welcome to Roland Ranger Fieldhouse, Roland, Oklahoma, where tonight the Roland Rangers take on the Muldrow Bulldogs in district play. Going to have some exciting action here. The girls are up first. The undefeated Muldrow Lady Bulldogs with sophomore sensation Taylor Collins, and the Roland Rangers have a pretty good little sophomore of their own in sophomore Sailor Kemp. So the girls' game should be an exciting game tonight here for Roland. The boys will follow up later. The 3 and 4 Muldrow Bulldogs take on the Roland Rangers. These teams are separated by 5 miles of highway US 64, and it's always exciting when these two teams get together and play. Working a little bit different situation tonight. We don't have the technical ability to go back to the studios. We're doing the broadcast actually over our telephone tonight. We're just about ready for our starting lineups here for the first game tonight, so we'll throw it to the PA announcer, and he will give you your starting lineup.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of the Roland Schools in the Carl Matlock Fieldhouse. Activity programs at Roland High School are primarily for the student participants. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunity for personal growth of the participants. We are pleased to host our guests from Muldrow High School. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Association. Cheerleaders, officials, and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, wholesome competition. Good luck to all teams. The starters for the Lady Bulldogs are number 14, Taylor Collins. Number 15, Cameron Johnson. Number 21, Hannah Boyette. Number 23, Madison Chambers. And number 33, Chaylin Mays. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by Jenna Art. And now the starting lineup for the Lady Rangers are number 4, Hayden Martinez. Number 13, Ayana Youngblood. Number 5, Jaden Strassel. Number 3, Destiny Payne. And number 20, Sailor Kemp. The Lady Rangers are coached by Greg Pratt and Lisa Farman.
So there you have your starting lineup for tonight's ball game. For the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs, it's the usual starting lineup of Taylor Collins, Cameron Johnson, Hannah Boyette, Madison Chambers, and Shaylin Mays. For the Lady Rangers here from Carl Matlock Fieldhouse, it's Destiny Kane, a junior, sophomore Caitlin Martinez, freshman Ivana Youngblood, sophomore Sailor Kemp, and freshman Jaden Strassel. So the Lady Rangers will start 3 freshmen in this game against the undefeated Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. We are just seconds away from action here from Carl Matlock Fieldhouse. Ball's in the air. Tip is controlled by Muldrow and into the front court. This is Boyette. Hannah Boyette brings the ball across the timeline. Ball's knocked away and stolen. There's a drive. Ball's knocked away down low. Ball was momentarily stolen away by Destiny Crane, but it's picked back up by Collins for Muldrow. Here goes Muldrow down the far side. They get the ball into Mays. Mays is going to be whistled for the travel. So a lot of action early on, but no points. 7:38 to go here in the first quarter. And your score is 0-0. Roland with the basketball now. Destiny Kane will run the point. She's going to give the ball off to Martinez on the far side. Martinez brings it out to the outstanding sophomore Sailor Kemp. Kemp with the drive along the baseline. She's tied up down there. She's able to bring it back out on top to Kane. Kane dribbles into the paint, tries to put up a shot. It's batted away, no good. Rebound by Shaylin Mays. So Shaylin Mays with the basketball, hands it off to Collins, and Collins brings it across the timeline now for the Lady Bulldogs. There's Chambers. Chambers tries to do a little skip pass across the lane to Cameron Johnson, but it's a little too high and out of bounds. So we've got a timeout on the floor, and we're going to take it with him. We're going to tell you a little bit more about our sponsors. 30-second timeout. We'll come back. We're scoreless here. 6:58 to go in the first quarter. Neither team's been able to score. Destiny Kane with the basketball for the Lady Rangers. She throws it down low on the far side to Martinez. Martinez brings it back out on top. They give it to Kane. Kane working the point. Back to Martinez. Martinez looks for an opening. She drives down, drives baseline, takes it all the way through, turns around, puts up a shot. It's partially blocked. Shaylin Mays is there whistling a foul, and they'll call Mays for that foul. And that will send Jaden Strassel, the freshman, to the line to shoot two with 6:28 to go here in the first quarter of play. So Strassel at the line now to shoot a pair. Fouled in the act of shooting. First shot's up and in good. That breaks the scoring ice and gives the Lady Rangers a 1-0 lead now. Strassel's second shot. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. Kaylin Collins with the basketball quickly. Translations into the front court. She gives it over on the far side to Johnson. They take it to Mays. And Shaylin Mays goes up and in for a score. So the Lady Bulldogs are on the scoreboard now. Destiny Kane drives inside the three-point line, brings it back out, kicks it over on the far side to Martinez. Martinez looks at the three-pointer, takes better of it, and a bounce pass down low to Sailor Kemp. Ball is knocked away, whistle and a foul, and this foul is going to be called on Kemp. Kaylin Collins had gotten possession of the ball. Kemp pushed her, and so the ball goes back to the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Hannah Boyette with the basketball now. Boyette, the outstanding point guard, kicks it over to Collins. Collins takes it down low. She's cut off down there. That's a give and go to Boyette. Boyette on the drive. She's fouled, and Boyette will go to the line to shoot a pair. 5:40 to go here now. The Lady Rangers trail 2-1 in the first quarter of this district contest. Boyette at the line now. First shot's up off the back of the iron, no good. But Boyette will get a second opportunity from the charity stripe because she was fouled in the act of shooting. Boyette's second shot's up and hits the mark. And that pushes the lead to 3-1. Fast break opportunity. Shot put up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Shaylin Mays. And we go the other direction. Boyette to Collins. Collins on the inside puts it up and in good. So Kaylin Collins with her first basket. And it's a 5-1 score now with 5:14 to go. Kane with the basketball. Boyette may have gotten away with a foul there, and the shot put up no good. Rebound pulled down by Chambers. Chambers quickly brings it across the timeline, kicks it over on the far side. Shot put up no good by Cameron Johnson. Whistling a foul over the back on the rebound attempt, and that will give the ball back to the Lady Rangers. 4:56 remains here in the first quarter of this one. Lady Bulldogs on top, 5-1. So this is Kane. She's gone the entire way at point. She's going to kick the ball over here on the near side to Strassel. They get it back to Kane. They try to go in low. It's knocked away. Rebound picked off by Paige Hughes into the game. And this is Boyette. Boyette with a dribble drive, but the ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Roland. So the Lady Bulldogs will inbound from the near sideline. Paige Hughes now with the basketball. Dribbles right to left. Long three-point shot put up no good by Lauren McCoy, and the rebound pulled down by the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs in transition. There's Kane. Ball's knocked away momentarily. Picked up by Roland. Here's a dribble drive by Kristen McKinney. McKinney can't get anything going. She's going to swing it back out on top to Sailor Kemp. They get the ball back to Martinez. There's Martinez with a pass to the basket. She can't get it to go, but she's fouled in the act of shooting. So now Martinez will go to the line to shoot a pair. Freshman Caitlin Martinez on the line to shoot 2 now for the Muldrow, for the Roland Rangers, Lady Rangers. First shot rattles around and falls through. That's Martinez's first point. Martinez eyes the second shot. It's good as well. That makes it a 5-3 game now with exactly 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Halfway through the first quarter. This is Collins. Collins goes over on the far side to Chambers. They kick it back out on top of Hughes. Hughes brings it around, and they give it back to Collins. Here's Collins with a dribble drive. She goes in. Can't get anything going, so they're going to swing it over on the far side. 3-point shot put up no good by Cameron Johnson, and the Lady Bulldogs have come away with a rebound. Kristen McKinney with the ball. She's going to give it out to Sailor Kemp on top of the 3-point line. Here's a 3-point shot put up and in good by Kristen McKinney. And the lead's now 6-5 in favor of Roland with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first quarter of this one. Bounce pass to Hughes over on the near side. Hughes dribbles back out right to left. They give the ball back to Hughes. She kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Boyette. Johnson's cut off. Hughes over on the far side. She drives, puts it up. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Bulldogs. And here comes Muldrow in transition. This is Martinez. She's going to go coast to coast. Whistling a foul. It's going to be a block on Paige Hughes. And Muldrow will be inbounding this basketball beneath their own bucket. They have a 6-5 lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Kemp with the basketball. She kicks it over on the near side. They're going to bring it back out on top and give it to Martinez. Martinez, offensive foul on Martinez. She got a little bit aggressive with that forearm, and we'll go back the other direction. So Hughes to inbound the basketball now. She gets it into Boyette, and Boyette will walk this one up for the Lady Bulldogs. Boyette bounce pass to Hughes. Hughes up and over. Pass goes inside, down low to Cameron Johnson. Johnson hits the bucket. And the Lady Bulldogs back on top. Destiny Kane out top with the basketball. She's struck by Collins. She starts a dribble drive, picks up a dribble, gives it off to Kemp. Sailor Kemp puts up a long 3-point shot. Whistle and foul. Kristen McKinney, the junior, over the back of Taylor Collins, and that'll give the basketball back to the Lady Bulldogs. 1:55 to go in this one. Muldrow on top 7-6. And Hannah Boyette with the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. Boyette, left-handed dribble, kicks it off on the far side to Alicia McCoy into the game, and she buries it for 3. McCoy has snuck in during that last time out, and she hits a 3-pointer to open up a 4-point lead now for Muldrow. Here's Martinez. Martinez with a drive down low. Ball's knocked loose. Ball's knocked out of bounds. I know I've said this before on this broadcast, but some of this action looks like a pinball machine down there. Players bouncing off of each other. So Kemp to inbound now for Roland. She does get the ball into Kane. Kane at the top of the key brings it back over the near side. Martinez, baseball pass back out on top of Sailor to Destiny Kane, and Kane dribbles back out between the circles. Kane now kicks it off near side to McKinney. McKinney gives the ball back to Kane, and they bring it back out on top to Martinez, and they reset the offense. Martinez calling for the one. Hannah Boyette all over. There's a pitch down to the corner. 3-point shot put up, no good by Destiny Kane. Whistle and a foul will go the other direction. That foul's going to be on Kristen McKinney. McKinney's first personal foul, and that's a 15 foul now on the Lady Rangers. Boyette once again running the point for the Lady Bulldogs. She's checked out there by Destiny Kane. She's going to give the ball off to Chambers. Chambers drives into the paint, kicks it back out on top to McCory. McCory gives it off to Collins. Collins got away with a walk. Back over to McCory. Here's a drive into the paint. They cut her off. They get the ball down low to Taylor Collins. She'll be fouled, pushed in the back. And Muldrow will have the basketball out of bounds with 21.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Wide open shot by Cameron Johnson off the front of the iron, no good. And Muldrow quickly down the floor. We're at 10 seconds now to go in the first quarter. McCoy is all over her. They give the ball off here to Kemp. Kemp goes far side to Kane. Ball's pitched out. And at the end of the first quarter, your score, Muldrow 10. Alternating possessions will give the ball to the Lady Rangers as we start things off here in the second quarter of play. Kyla Harrell into the game now. Here's a steal. This is Chambers. Chambers dishes it off at the last minute. Over the back foul on the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs, so we'll go the other direction. That's a 15 foul now on Muldrow. Destiny Kane with the basketball. She brings it across the timeline. Shoots it over on the far side to Martinez. Martinez dribbles around a screen and brings the ball back out to Sailor Kemp. Kemp looks for a 3-point shot, has to think better of it. She's guarded out there closely by Boyette. We got a 5-second, we got a timeout. Timeout called by Roland, 30-second timeout. Kylie Harrell to inbound the basketball now for the Lady Rangers. She's on the near sideline. She gets it into the backcourt to Martinez, and Martinez dribbles up against Taylor Collins. They're going to say that Martinez lifted her pivot foot. That'll be an unforced error, and the ball be turned over to the Lady Bulldogs. Boyette, she brings the ball across the timeline, pitches it in down low to Collins. Collins turns, looks, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound pulled away by Sailor Kemp of the Lady Rangers. She gives the ball off of there on the far side. We got another offensive foul. Kemp just stuck her arm out and pushed the defender away. She's called for the offensive foul. That is a 17 foul, but it will not be a 1-on-1 situation because it's player control foul. That's Kemp's third personal foul in the first half, and we're just at the 6:42 mark of the first quarter. This is Collins with the basketball. Collins dribbles, tries to pitch it over to McCory on the far side. Pass her outstretched fingertips, and it goes out of bounds. So 10-6 remains your score here. The Lady Rangers of Roland putting up a fierce fight here against this undefeated Muldrow Lady Bulldogs squad. They're going to put Kemp on the bench now and bring Jaden Strassel back into the ball game. There's a drive down low, shot put up, whistle and a foul. That'll be the 16th foul now on the Muldrow girls. But she was fouled while attempting a shot, so she'll go to the line now to shoot a pair. And this is Martinez. Martinez's first shot off the front of the iron, no good. But Caitlin Martinez will have another free throw attempt. And the second one rattles around, comes out, no good. Rebound pulled off by Cameron Johnson. Boyette quickly into the front court. She loses the basketball and is picked up by Roland Martinez. And Martinez all over the floor now for Martinez with a coast-to-coast drive, puts it up and in good. Martinez with 4 points now. And it's a 10-8 lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Boyette slows things down, brings the ball across timeline, gives it off to Hughes. They go over to Cameron Johnson. Here's McCloria, the designated three-point shooter. And McCloria buries another one for three. So McCloria was 6 and the lead 13-8 now with 5:32 to go in the first half. There's a drive by Martinez into the paint. Shot put up, no good. Rebound pulled off by Collins. Collins off to the races. She'll be fouled. And I think they're going to say that was on the floor, but even if it was, she'll go to the line here to shoot a 1-and-1. I don't know if they called that. It was on the floor. The officials are signaling the foul was on the floor, so she'll go. Collins will go to the line now to shoot a 1-and-1. So the sophomore Kaylin Collins, with a bonus opportunity here if she can hit this first free throw. First one's off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Destiny Kane of the Roland Lady Rangers. And the Lady Rangers are back in business, going right to left on your radio dial. Kane with the basketball. She backs it back out near the midcourt line. She's being checked there by Collins. She tries to dribble around the screen. Collins gets around it. This is Martinez. Martinez, she's working against McClory. Kristen McKinney with the basketball now. McKinney drives back out near the top of the key. Now she gives it off to Martinez. Martinez falls down. She's able to give the ball off, and it's saved by McKinney. Double team. McKinney drives down, gives the ball back to Martinez. Spin move. Shot blocked by Cameron Johnson. And Paige Hughes with the basketball now for Roland. For Muldrow after that block. There's a great job by Martinez stripping the ball from the back of Paige Hughes. And McKinney with the basketball now. Martinez gets it back. She's just outside the three-point line. Dribbles back between the circles. We're going to get a foul there now on McCloria. And that will send Martinez to the line now to shoot a 1-and-1. Martinez, the freshman, she has 4 points. Opportunity here to cut this Muldrow lead to 13-10 with her 2 free throw attempts. First shot's up and in good. So Martinez with 5 points. And the lead's now 4. 4:14 to go in the first half. Second shot's up off the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be tracked down by Brianna Dawes into the game for the first time tonight. Dawes gets the ball off over on the far side to Boyette, and Boyette's able to bring it into the front court. Boyette directing the offense. Boyette with a dribble drive down low. She gives it off to Dawes. Dawes steps up, takes the shot. It's no good. Battle for the rebound, whistle and a foul. And they're going to whistle Boyette for the foul. No, they're going to say it's out of bounds. Boyette knocked it out of bounds. So that'll give the ball back to Roland. Martinez now into the front court. Martinez around the back dribble. Gets around McCoy, puts up a shot, no good. Here comes Taylor Collins. It's a 1-on-3 break. Collins puts up a wild shot. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball. And on alternating possessions, that ball will stay with the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs beneath their own basket. 3:30 to go here in the first half of play, and it's still 13-9 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Brianna Dawes kicks it over in the far corner to Johnson. Johnson brings it across court to McCloria. McCloria dribbles in but brings it back out on top. Dawes thought about a three, thought about it again, took a three, shots off the iron, no good. And we got a whistle down low on Cameron Johnson on that rebound, and we will walk to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1. First shot off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Bulldogs. The Lady Bulldogs quickly bring it into the front court. This is Boyette. She gives it off to Dawes. Dawes to McCloria over on the far side. McCloria with a dribble. Brings it back around the horn, gives it to Dawes. Dawes gives it back to McCloria. McCloria drives in, puts up a shot. Off the glass, no good. And a battle for the rebound, whistle and a foul. They're going to say Taylor Collins pushed off on the rebound, so we'll walk the other way and try the 1-and-1 again. First shot up off the iron, no good by Kane. Rebound pulled down by Collins, and Collins will bring the ball up for the Lady Bulldogs. Kicks it over to Dawes. They go inside, and they will say Madison. Check that. Erica Jenkins shuffled her feet, and that'll give the ball back to the Lady Rangers. There's Martinez. Martinez drives in, puts up a shot. She's fouled on the floor. Actually, they call a jump ball, so that ball goes back to Roland. Martinez with the basketball out beyond the three-point line. Martinez, nice behind the back dribble, gets around McCloria momentarily. Here's Boyette. Boyette playing defense on McKinney. There's a three-point shot put up and in by Martinez. Martinez has the hot hand now. And there's a steal by Martinez. Martinez comes away with the basketball. We've got 2 minutes to go here in the first half. This is Destiny Kane. Kane dribbles out between the circles. She gets the separation she needs. Sets up on offense. Brings it near side to McKinney. McKinney dribbles out on the floor. She's closely guarded by Dawes. Ball's handed off. Battle. Jump ball. This time the arrow points towards the Roland. Away from the Roland end and towards the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs with 1:39 to go and a 1-point lead, 13-12, will have the basketball in the first half of this one. Paige Hughes running the point now for the Lady Bulldogs. She brings it into the front court, skips it over to Jenkins. Here's Jenkins with a drive. They give it off to Collins. Collins dribbles back around through, gives it off on the far side to Paige Hughes. The ball's on a whistle and a foul. We'll check the officials here and see who goes to the line. And that will send Kosich to the line. Shot up and in good. Both free throws good for Kosich. That pushes the lead back out to 3, 15-12. Ball thrown away on the far side, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hannah Boyette. So Kylie Harrell now to inbound for Roland. She gets it to Martinez in the backcourt. Fans wanting a little hands action there, but Officials not going to get it. They finally do call the foul out on the floor. That's the 10th team foul now on Muldrow. So for the last minute and 5 seconds of this half, Roland Rangers will be shooting 2. First shot's up and in good by Martinez. Martinez leading the way tonight here for the Roland Lady Rangers. She's just a freshman and an outstanding one at that. Her second shot's up off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins, and here come the Lady Bulldogs. Paige Hughes kicks the ball over on the far side. They give it to Collins. Collins from the free throw line. Turnaround jump shot put up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Muldrow. And with 48 seconds to go here, Muldrow now with a chance to tie or take the lead. They swing it back out on top to McKinney. McKinney with a dribble drive down in the paint. She's cut off, stuck in the lane. The ball's knocked loose and kicked out, they say, by number 13, Ayanna Youngblood. So the ball's off of Youngblood's foot and will remain with the Lady Bulldogs. Kosich brings the ball up now for the Lady Bulldogs. She dribbles, gives it over to Taylor Collins. They're going to play for one last shot here with 15 seconds to go. He picks it over on the far side. Kosich thinks about a three-pointer, pulls it back down, gives it back to Collins. Collins now tries to dribble around the defender. Now she picks her dribble up. They give the ball down low to Jenkins. Ball knocked loose, shot put up, whistling a foul at the buzzer. And that will send Kosich to the line. And Kosich is a new addition to the team. We'll try to get her first name for you here. Shot's up and in good by Kosich. Second shot's no good. So at half, your Muldrow Lady Bulldogs on top 16-13. And we're going to take just a few seconds here and add up some stats for you. We may go radio silent for a little bit, but we also want to tell you about our sponsors.
You're listening to Muldrow Bulldogs basketball, presented by Divine Line's Body Art Studio and Academy in Fort Smith, and brought to you by todayinfortsmith.com.
So Martinez, who had 9 points in the first half to lead all scorers, will inbound this ball to start things off. Sailor Kemp back in the ball. She had to take back in the game. She had to take a seat earlier because she was in foul trouble. She's harassed out top. Ball's knocked away. They knocked away again. Kemp gets it back, drives, puts up a one-handed shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Shaylin Mays. And Mays is going to give the ball off to Boyette on the far side. Boyette quickly down the floor. They tried to snowbird it to Collins. Collins couldn't get her hands on it, and the ball comes off, and it's rebound by Jaden Strassel for Roland. So Strassel gives the ball off on the near side to Sailor Kemp. Kemp now running the point once again. She's checked out there by Hannah Boyette. Boyette runs into a screen. There's a drive shot put up, no good by Kemp. Ball's bounced around inside, rebound pulled down. Finally Kemp comes out with it. Timeout on the floor. Roland with the basketball out of bounds. That's going to be a 5-second count. And the ball will go over to the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs, 16-13 lead. We're 1 minute into the third quarter. Nobody's scored yet. So the Lady Bulldogs looking to stay undefeated here. There's a drive down low. Ball kicked off to Shaylin Mays. Whistle and a foul. And Hannah Boyette will take it out of bounds now for the Lady Bulldogs. A little in and out activity down low. We got a push. And we'll walk the other direction as they say Shaylin Mays pushed the defender down low away from the basketball. So Kayla Simp now Sailor Kemp now with the basketball brings it into the front court. She dribbles around 2 defenders into 3 defenders, and they're going to whistle her for a travel. 6:33 to go. We still have no scoring here in the second half of play in this one. District action between the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Rangers. There's Madison Chambers on the far side. Chambers drives into the paint, brings it back out, drops it out on top to Cameron Johnson. Johnson with a drive. She puts shots knocked away. Shaylin Mays picks it up. Her shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Jaden Strassel. And Strassel gives the ball off to Kemp, and they're off to the races. We got a whistle and a foul down low. That's Madison Chambers. So Chambers whistle for that foul. Martinez, she gets the ball to Sailor Kemp in the back court. And Kemp dribbles across the line. Kemp gives the ball over to Kane over on the near side. Kane gives it back to Kemp. She dribbles in. She's going to be called for a walk. She hit on her pivot foot, put her other pivot foot around and drove for the bucket, but the official said she walked. Here's a three-pointer. Put up and in now by Chambers. Chambers' first points of the contest, and the lead's now 19-13 in favor of the Lady Rangers. Sailor Kemp. Kemp tries to drive around, can't get it, she gives it back to Kane. They bring it near side to Youngblood. Youngblood can't do anything with it. She's going to give it back to Kemp. There's Kemp with a drive. She misses everything, and the rebound's pulled down over on the far side by Cameron Johnson. Johnson quickly stop, pop shot, put up, no good. Rebound, pulled down, whistle and a foul. Madison Chambers with that rebound. Foul was on the floor. So Boyette now will take it out of bounds for the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball beneath their own bucket. 5:02 to go in the third quarter play. Boyette brings it into Collins. Collins swings it around to Johnson. Johnson back to Boyette. Boyette looked at the three. Gives it back to Johnson. Johnson from the free throw line. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down cleanly by Youngblood. She gives it off to Martinez. Martinez quickly races down the floor. She swings it back out on top to Kane. Youngblood moved her pivot foot, and the basketball goes back to the Bulldogs. Substitution back into the game now. Kristen McKinney back in for Youngblood. Boyette kicks the ball over the side to Chambers. Chambers back over to Shaylin Mays. Mays with a drive. She's cut off. Brings it back out on top. Here's Chambers for three. First off, no good, but a whistle and a foul. They're gonna get number 5, Strassel, on a push on the rebound. There's a three-point shot put off the iron, no good. Taylor Collins. Collins inside. There's a shot put up, no good by Boyette. But the officials are going to say she moved her feet before the shot. So with 4:13 to go, we're still at 19-13. Ball's inbounds now to Destiny Kane. Kane, she's checked at the timeline by Collins. Ball's knocked loose. Knocked out of bounds. Hannah Boyette threw the ball off of Strassel out of bounds. And with 4 minutes exactly to go here, we've got half of the third quarter left, and the lead's 19-13 for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs into the front court. Boyette bounce pass. Give and go. Boyette. Ball's knocked loose. Whistle and a foul. And that one's going to go against Muldrow. whistled for that foul. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, but that's what the official indicated. No, check that. They call that one on Madison Chambers, and that's her 4th personal. So Chambers goes to the bench now. McCoria back in. There's a drive down, long 3-point shot put up over on the right side by McKinney. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. It's pulled down, and Muldrow comes out with it. Hannah Boyette loses the basketball momentarily, picks it back up, and she'll walk it into the front court and set up the offense. 3:23 to go, and Coach Jenna Armour calls a timeout for Lady Bulldogs. Back to action here. There's 3:22 to go in this one, and it's a 19-13 lead in a very low-scoring contest between these long-time Highway 64 rivals. So McCoria now handling the point duties out front. She gets the ball over to Boyette. Boyette with a dribble drive, and Boyette's going to be whistled for a carry. Her dribble just got a little bit too high, and she will be whistled for a carry, and the ball will go back to Roland. Destiny Kane gets it inbounds. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Roland, so Muldrow, so Roland with the basketball. This is McKinney. McKinney working against Johnson. She gets it across, gets around Boyette. There's Kemp with a drive. Kemp goes down low. Battle for the ball down low. They come out with it. This is Collins. Collins with a 2-on-1 break. She gives it off on the far side to Boyette. Boyette's shot's no good. Boyette gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in, no good. And a rebound pulled down by Kemp. Kemp dribbles over on the left side, brings the ball back out on top, and gives it off to McKinney. McKinney back to Kemp. Kemp now dribbles between the circles. Kemp with a move to the basket. She bounces it down low. Ball's on the floor. McCoria picks it up, gets it off to Johnson. So Cameron Johnson with the basketball now. And she gives it off to Boyette. Boyette brings it back over to Johnson. Johnson at the 3-point line. Backs off of it. Here's Shaylin Mays with a dribble drive. Gives the ball off to Collins. And Collins just inside the 3-point line buries about a 14-foot jumper. And that pushes it 21-13 with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. McKinney now. McKinney drives right to left into the lane. Bounce pass down low, up and in, good. Nice job by Kemp. That's Kemp's first point for the ball game. And it's a 21-15 6-point lead now for the Lady Bulldogs. Over on the far side, this is Johnson. She gives it off to Collins. Collins dribbles into the paint, kicks it back out to McCoria. McCoria brings it across the top to Boyette. They go down low. There's Shaylin Mays. Wide open bucket for Shaylin Mays. That's Mays' 4th point. And it's 23 to 15, 8-point lead now for Lady Bulldogs. McKinney with the basketball. She dribbles down low, turns around, puts it off the glass. It's no good. Does a good job of tracking down her own rebound. There's a fight for it. Collins comes out with the basketball. It's 1-on-3, so she's going to have to pull it out and bring it back out on top. They swing it over to Johnson. Johnson tries to get it back to Shaylin Mays, and the ball trickles out of bounds. So with 48.4 seconds to go here, 23-15, and Roland with the basketball. Caitlin Martinez now. She leads all scorers tonight. She brings the ball across the timeline. It's stripped away momentarily, but Martinez picks it up, able to give it back on a give and go. There's Kemp. Check that, number 12, Haley Harrell. And Harrell, the senior, buries it from 3. And it's 23-18, 5-point lead now for Muldrow. Ball down low, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Roland. Paige Hughes with the inbounds now for the Lady Bulldogs. She gets it into Shaylin Mays. Mays just turns around, puts it up and in good. So Mays now with 6 points, and the lead's back to 25-18. You got a blocking foul down low. He called that one on Shaylin Mays. That's her first personal. And Coach Armour's giving him the business over there on the sideline. So that foul will send Martinez to the line now. First shot up and in. So Martinez now in double figures with 11. Her second shot up and in good as well. 5 seconds to go here. Collins coast to coast. Puts it up at the buzzer. And it's up and in good. Collins just took the inbound pass. Drove 90 feet and did a finger roll and got it to fall at the buzzer. So Collins now with 6 points. That makes it 27-20 as we move into the fourth and final quarter of play. They need to get some stops here against this undefeated Muldrow Lady Bulldogs squad. Paige Hughes with the basketball. She kicks it over on the far side. They bring it back out to Kosich. Kosich goes across court. There's McCloria with a drive. She puts up a shot. It bounces around no good, but Kaylin Collins gets the inside position. And Collins will go to the line to shoot a pair. She's fouled on her shot attempt. Collins' first shot's up. Rattles around good. Makes it an 8-point lead now for the Lady Bulldogs. 7:41 to go. Collins' second shot, it's up. It rattles around and falls through as well. So Collins now with 8 points, and the lead is 9. Biggest lead of the night for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Here's Sailor Kemp with the ball. She's going to hand it off to Martinez. Martinez is being dogged out top by McCloria. Here's Kemp. Kemp's going to take a couple extra steps. So the ball goes back the other direction now. 7:19 to go. And the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs up by 9, looking to take control in this one. Kosich brings the ball over, gives it over to Hughes. They bring it back across the floor. Paige Hughes with the basketball over on the right-hand side. She dribbles back through the circles, and now she's going to give it off to Kosich. They'll run a little bit of a weave here. Effort to run some time off the clock. Coach Armour up off the bench, directing traffic. Drive to the bucket, whistle and a foul. And on the rebound, they will try to sort out what they did here. There's some discussion going on. They have not posted who the foul's against, but both coaches are. Okay. Finally got it squared away. They call that foul on Destiny Kane. And the ball will go out of bounds to the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. They get the ball out on top to Collins. Kaylin Collins drops it off to Hughes. Hughes brings the ball back out on top. And they'll reset the offense here. There's a drive and a shot put up. One-handed scoop shot put up by Kosich. And a timeout on floor. We'll just keep it right here. And it's a 21-30. 11-point lead now for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. 6:23 to go in this contest. We appreciate all of our sponsors. We appreciate all the fine hospitality over here at Roland High School from the Matlock Gymnasium. Ball inbounds and it's stolen, picked up by Cossage. She gets it over to McCoria. McCoria now gives it off to McKinney. They bring it back out on top and reset the offense. There's a drive into the paint. Ball kicked back out to McCoria. That's a three-point effort by McCoria. It's no good. Rebound and a give and go down low to Johnston. Cameron Johnston's third point of the night, and the lead's now 13. Frantic backcourt pressure now by the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. And they're going to say they didn't get across the timeline in the 5 required seconds. The player had made a spin move and stepped across, but the officials whistled and said 5-second count, so that'll give the ball back to Muldrow now. 13-point lead, 5:33 to go, and the Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. Lady Bulldogs with a dribble drive. They give the ball off to McCoria, bring it back over on the near side to Johnson. Johnson with a drive. She goes in, and that's a whistle and a foul, but this one's going to be, I think, on the floor. Well, it should have been on the floor. They're going to send her to the line. She was trying to pass the basketball, but Johnson will go to the line now to shoot a pair. First shot's up. High off the rim, no good. So the Lady Bulldogs with a break there. What should have been out of bounds opportunity turns into 2 free throws by Johnson. Johnson hits the second one. She has 5, and the lead's now 14 points, 34-20. So Sailor Kemp brings the ball across the timeline. She's being harassed. She kicks it over on the far side. They get it back to Kemp. Kemp looked at the three-pointer. They're going to try to throw the ball in down low, and they're going to call a hold on Cameron Johnson inside the paint. So 5 minutes and 1 second to go in this one. The 14-point lead belongs to Muldrow. And the Lady Rangers will have the basketball out of bounds. They get it out on top to Kemp. Kemp tries to dribble around McCoria. She has to drop it off on the far side. They get it over back around the top. Martinez now with the basketball. Martinez, she's working against McCoria. Here's Kane. Kane with a drive. Puts up a shot. It's no good. They go up for the rebound. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Muldrow. Littlest player on the floor, that's Paige Hughes. She's out there battling for that rebound, but the ball was knocked out of her hands and out of bounds. Muldrow brings the ball across the timeline. This is Cossage. Now they're just milking the clock now. Here comes the weave. McCoria gets it off to Johnson. Johnson puts it up for 3. It's no good. Cossage with a rebound. She gives it off to Hughes on the side. Hughes puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Jaden Strassel. And the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs going left to right. Get the ball up the court. Martinez pitches it over the corner. Here's the 3-point shot. Put up and in good by Harrell. That's Harrell's second 3-point bucket. 6 points on the night. And it's 34-23 now with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game. There's a drive. Shot. Give off. Cossage goes down low. Gave the ball off to Cameron Johnson. Johnson with a snowbird. Puts it up and in good. Sailor Kemp brings the ball up. She gives it off there on the far side to Jaden. Jaden kicks it back out on top. Kemp's 3-pointer's up, no good. Whistle and a foul. So on the rebound, we have a foul, and the once they get this sorted out, the Lady Bulldogs. Well, that was the 7th team foul. That's what the problem was. They had it wrong on the scoreboard. So the Lady Bulldogs now will walk to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1. So 1-and-1 opportunity now. First shot put up off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jaden Strassel. Freshman Strassel. There's a bounce pass to Sailor Kemp. She drives down, picked up a shot. Whistle and foul, and now Sailor Kemp will go to the line. We can say this about this Roland basketball team. This is a young basketball team, and they are out here playing their hearts out against a obviously more experienced and bigger Muldrow squad. So this bodes well for Roland in years to come with these young players they have. They actually started 3 freshmen and a sophomore tonight and a junior. So they did not have a senior on the floor. And they haven't posted on the scoreboard yet, but I do think, no, check that. First shot by Kemp's up, bounces around, no good. And Sailor Kemp, who had an outstanding game against Spyro the other night, has just not been able to find the range here tonight in this one. Kemp's second shot's up. It rattles around, no good, and Taylor Collins towers over everyone for the rebound. She gets the ball off the hand of Boyette. Boyette's double team, long pass down court. There's a give and go to Collins. Collins with a finger roll. So Collins, and they force a travel. That'll give the ball right back to the Lady Bulldogs. Lady Bulldogs on top. 38-23, 2:48 to go. Ball out on top. Cossage with a dribble down in the paint. She's going to try to drop it off. Knocked away, picked up by Kemp. She gives it off to Martinez. Martinez gives the ball back to Kemp, and they transition in the front court. There's Kemp. She drives. She kicks it back out. Gives the ball off to McKinney. Here's Kemp for 3 off the side of the iron. No good. Collins with a rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. Taylor Collins walks the ball up now as we get close to 2 minutes. She gives the ball off here. Cameron Johnson. Johnson gets the ball blocked, and Martinez comes out of there quickly with it for Muldrow. Martinez, nice behind the back dribble and a drive to the bucket. Caitlin Martinez with a NBA-like move, taking the ball behind her back and to the bucket. 1:47 to go in this one. Your score is now 38-25. We got a foul out on the floor. Officials say Martinez.
That's right.
Martinez got a little handsy over there on the sideline, and that's going to send Cossage to the line to shoot a pair. Shoot it 1-and-1 actually, but she can the first one, so she will be shooting a pair. And we apologize on Cossage. She was a late addition to the roster. She hasn't been on the roster this year. Second shot's up and in good as well. 1:44 to go in this one. 40-25. Lady Bulldogs have this one pretty much in hand. And they will move to 5-0 on the year. Bounce pass in the backcourt. This is Kemp. Sailor Kemp brings the ball off, hands it off to Martinez. Martinez drives, puts up a shot in and good. Martinez did an excellent job there of just taking the ball down low, putting it up and in for the score. And there's a timeout on the floor. A minute and 30 seconds to go here. It's 40-27. 13-point lead. 60-second timeout. So ladies action now from Matlock Gymnasium here in Roland. And here's Collins with the ball in the backcourt. She's double teamed, but she gets it off to McCloria. McCloria able to break the press and bring it in the front court. Gives it back to Collins. Collins throws it over on the far side to Hughes tries for three. It's no good. Collins with a rebound. She swings it back out on top of Boyette. Down low, this is Chambers. Chambers goes up for a shot, whistling a foul. So Madison Chambers now, with 3 points on the night, will go to the line. Opportunity for 2 free throws. Minute and 12 to go in this one. It's 40 to 27, 40 to 27. 13-point lead now for the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. Oh. And a buzzer went off. This is Chambers is shooting her first free throw. And so the head official says, let's give her another shot. So she missed her first shot, but about the time she let go of the ball, the buzzer rang. They were trying to buzz a player in. So she'll shoot 2. So Chambers missed her first opportunity, but she'll get 2 more now since the inadvertent buzzer may have distracted her, and the officials do a good job of stepping that up. Now they're going to go ahead and bring the sub into the game, even though the sub wasn't supposed to come in until after the Sailor Kemp will take a seat over on the bench, and I think Kemp may have fouled out. That may have been what the situation was. Chambers takes advantage of her second chance opportunity, and she drains a free throw. (41-27) now, 14-point lead. Second shot's up, bounces around, and finally falls through for Chambers. So Chambers now with 4, and the lead's 15 points. Biggest lead of the night. Boy, there's Martinez. She's deadly with that behind-the-back dribble. She left McCloria in her shoes out here around half court with that behind-the-back dribble. And that's what I said earlier. This Roland team, with these outstanding young players that they have, are going to be a very, very good team to contend with in the future. They're just 4 games into their season right now, and they hung tough with this Muldrow squad early. 42-27, Martinez. She can't get this one over the front lip of the rim, and it bounces out no good. But Martinez will have a second shot. I want to remind you guys here, we'll probably go. Martinez's second shot's up and in good, so let me give her credit for that one. And Martinez by far leads all scorers in tonight's contest. And there's a foul whistled by Jaden Strassel in the backcourt. That's the 10th team foul on the homestanding Lady Rangers, so we'll walk to the other end and we'll shoot a pair. And this will send the senior Hannah Boyette to the line. Boyette's first shot's up. Nothing but net for Boyette. Hey, that rhymes. Nothing but net for Boyette. Boyette eyes the second shot, puts it up. It's also good. So Boyette with 3 points now. And a double team in the backcourt. Martinez with the ball. She's trying to back behind the back dribble. She clears it again. Drives down low, whistling a foul. And that's a 9th team foul. So that'll still be a 1-on-1 situation. But Martinez is the wrong one to foul. She's had the hot hand tonight. In fact, I'm running out of paper to write her scoring down here. So we'll have to make another column for her. Martinez's shot, nothing but net, so she earns the bonus. Second shot's up and in as well. McCoy with the basketball now for Roland. Over to Paige Hughes. They bring it way back out on top of Boyette. We're inside 35 seconds to go. Muldrow's going to be content to either just run off the clock or take the foul. Chambers gets it back to Boyette. Boyette picks up her dribble, brings it back over to Chambers. No need to score here. Good sportsmanship on the part of Coach Van Armour and the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs. This game's well at hand. Boyette out top. Swings it over to Chambers. And Roland's not going to foul here. They're just going to let the time run out. This is Boyette with the basketball. She starts her drive. She dribbles over to the far side. We're inside 5 seconds to go. Boyette's going to bring it back around to the near side. And there's the final buzzer. So after 4 quarters of action, the Muldrow Lady Bulldogs get out of here with a 41-30 win in this one.
You're listening to Muldrow Bulldogs basketball, presented by Divine Line's Body Art Studio and Academy in Fort Smith, and brought to you by todayinfortsmith.com.